Good evening, Primetime Squad. How is everybody doing this evening? Man, y'all just don't know what type of day I had. I need to... Y'all have no idea what kind of day I had. We are experiencing right now, probably is what is going to become to be known one of the worst blizzards in our city. It is so bad outside. I don't know if y'all seen the thumbnail, but if you seen the thumbnail on my video, that was the front of my job where I work part-time. That was looking out from the lobby. I was supposed to be at work till, what time is it? It's 8 p.m. It's 8:08 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I was supposed to be out at like 8:30 p.m. But they had given us a report as far as the weather that around 3 o'clock p.m. it was going to start, getting bad, because we had like ice last night. Rain that froze, and it was nothing but a sheet of ice this morning. Thank God I didn't have to go anywhere. But then this afternoon, when it was time for me to go in for my shift, which started at 4, it was coming down. It was, it was coming down. The snow was like heavy, and it was really freezing. Like, it felt like ice snow. Man, within like an hour, I swear. Look at that thumbnail again when you get a chance. I swear we had inches of snow within an hour. And so I called my supervisor. I was like, I'm shutting this nursing home down. Ain't nobody coming out. I'm about to leave. They was like, okay, just drive safe. I mean, it's really, really bad here, y'all. What normally takes me 10 minutes to get home took me an hour and 5 minutes to get home, a 10-minute drive. Like, the power was out everywhere. You can't see. I mean, it's blizzardous conditions. It's drifts everywhere because, it's the wind is blowing and you can't see the curbs. You can't see the lanes. You can't see the cars. It's really bad here, y'all. So when I got home tonight, after that hour drive that should have took 10 minutes, I kissed the ground. I was thanking God all the way home. Yes, I made it home. Because there was cars stopped everywhere. Wrecks, SUVs stuck. I mean, I was just praying the whole way home. Like, Lord, please help me get home. Help me get home. Help me get home. Help me get home. So anyway, I'm home. I'm safe and sound. I'm like, y'all understand how happy I am to be in my house. Like, it's really bad out there. And I posted on Facebook for all my friends and family. If y'all don't have to go out, do not go outside. I mean, everything on the way home, everything was closed. Gas stations, grocery stores, restaurants, McDonald's, everything shut down. It's bad out there. But anywho, I just want to tell y'all that little bit of information, because I know some of y'all follow me on Facebook, and I was talking about how bad it was on the ride home. So I am okay. And hopefully everybody else, if you are having bad weather wherever you are, I hope that you are safe, warm, and dry. I really do. But if you read the title of this video, it's called, have you or somebody you know of ever had CPS called on you for false child abuse allegations? Now, normally, this wouldn't be a topic I might discuss on my channel, because I normally do, if y'all been following me on this channel and my other channel, which is Tanya's Primetime TV. This is my live channel, my Tanya's Live Primetime TV media reviews, but I have another YouTube channel. It's just Tanya's Primetime TV. So, anyway, so please sub to that other channel as well, because sometimes I upload different stuff on different channels, But, matter of fact, I'll put the link in there, just in case you guys want to sub to my other channel. It's Tanya's Prime. It's basically the same name as this channel. It just don't have the live in the name. So it's the same exact name of this channel. It's just the word live is not in my other YouTube channel. But I'm going to put the link on here anyway, for those of you who might want to subscribe to that other channel. But again, I normally don't talk about things like this unless maybe possibly it was something in the news, something that happened, you know, trending news or whatnot. But for most of y'all, hi Ann, how you doing? Are you at home? Please tell me you're at home, because I just came from outside and it's bad. It's bad. I haven't never seen it like that in years. It's really bad. So I hope that you are at home, and I hope that you are safe. I hope everybody in Omaha is safe, because it's really bad out there. Okay, you at home? All right, cool. Okay, but yeah, the reason why I wanted to do this live review tonight was because I happened to be on somebody else's YouTube channel earlier, and I don't know how many of y'all might follow Sean Bradley, but or even care for his channel or not. But regardless if you do or not, I happened to be on his channel earlier, and he showed us okay, CPS was called to his house, and it was, I guess it was for child abuse, you know, child endangerment, you know, something like that. And he has cameras, you know, all through his house, like most people nowadays. They have cameras all through their house. He has cameras, you know, on his doorbell, so you can see, you know, on your porch, and you can do all this from your phone. You know how modern technology is. Some of y'all probably got the same setup in your home, and you can see what's going on at your home when you're not even at home. But he happened to be home, and he showed us on his phone, the CPS, you know, a couple of ladies came to his house. He asked, who is it? They said CPS, Child Protective Services, and he asked them to show ID. Because just because somebody say you from CPS or, you know, the authorities, you just don't let them in your house. You know, you you know, you still should use precaution, you know, if they are knocking on your door. And that's just like a couple of weeks ago when there was a murder, you know, a couple of houses down. It was a drive-by, and a man got shot, a man got killed, and a lady got shot. She was in the hospital. Matter of fact, I don't even know if she survived or if she's still in the hospital. I don't know. But the police came knocking on my door at like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, looking outside, what y'all want? We want to ask you about the shooting. Excuse me, can I see your badge? The man took out his badge, and he took out his flashlight, and he showed, you know, the flashlight on him, because it was dark, and he showed the flashlight on him. And I'm like, I ain't seen shit. I shut the blinds. I was like, even though I didn't see anything, and I wasn't even home when it happened, my kids were, but they didn't see anything. One of them was asleep, the other one was playing video games. So, you know, we didn't see anything. But you don't never know who it is. It could be somebody, you know, pretending to be a cop or a CPS or whatever. But anyway, somebody called the cops on him, called CPS on him and reported that he was, either abusing his children, or, you know, the children weren't safe with him. And mind you, he is a foster parent, so he has several foster kids, and he's been a foster parent for a minute. And most people who's been following him knows that, you know, he's a foster parent. And I myself, you know, just from what I know, I don't know him personally, but I myself, just from what I've seen over the months that I've been following his channel, he seems to be a pretty decent guy. Especially when it comes to children, the children he take care of. He's always talking about them. He's always doing things for them, things out of the scope of what he has to do. I mean, as a foster parent, as any parent, really. I mean, I tell my kids all the time, by law, I'm supposed to love you, feed you, clothe you, house you, make sure you get to school. That's it. And of course, I do way more than that. I mean, most people who know me personally, they think my kids is spoiled, and they ain't spoiled at all. They is not spoiled. Trust me, they is not spoiled. I'm not rich. I can't spoil them. You know, we ain't rich. We ain't poor. You know, we do okay, but they not spoiled. But some people think, oh, they always got the most expensive shoes on, and they do this, and they do that, and no, they not spoiled. We good. We good. But I always tell them all the time, that extra stuff that parents do for y'all, those $200 tennis shoes, those sneakers, we ain't got to do that. We can get you some $9.99 shoes from Payless, and the law won't say nothing. We could get all your clothes from the Goodwill, from the thrift store, from a hand-me-down store, from your cousin's hand-me-down at their house. We can get your clothes from any of those places, and the law won't say nothing. I can feed you rice and hot dogs and or chicken and rice and bread every day of the week, and the law won't say nothing. You know what I mean? As long as they are happy and safe, the law won't say nothing. All this extra stuff that y'all get, y'all don't have to get it. You earn that stuff. Those are things that you earn, and that's why my kids get certain things, and I'm sure y'all probably raise y'all kids the same way. You get what you earn, you know. But anyway, back to SB. He opened the door and he let CPS in, and his live started off on his live YouTube channel. YouTube video started off with him just, you know, explaining to us, you know, the CPS coming out and somebody then called on him, made some false allegations, and I guess they came out, they probably looked around, talked to him, maybe talked to the kids, I don't know, but everything went perfect. They didn't find any reason that anybody in his household is being abused or anything like that, but I thought it was really, really messed up that somebody would do something like that. He's even had, you know, some of his foster kids, like the grown ones, you know, because some of his foster kids are still grown. I mean, they still live with him, but they grown. They up to the age where he could be like, bye. I done my responsibility to society. I done helped a child that somebody else couldn't take care of. And now that you're old enough and you can go on about your business, good luck to you. You know, probably hand them a few dollars. You know, here's, you know, a bus ticket. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Once a child gets so old in the system and you're a foster parent, you don't have to keep taking care of them. But he be having kids in his home that are grown that he still take care of. Of course, you know, he tries to get them to go to college or go to the service or get a job. You know, they just ain't sitting around his crib eating up snacks and, you know, drinking up all the Kool-Aid and playing video games all day. You know what I mean? But he seemed like a very good guy as far as foster parenting. I don't know every angle of his life. I have not spent one day with him, not have spoke to him on the phone. All I see is what, you know, comes across the YouTube screens, you know, every day when he makes a video. But I think it's like really, really messed up. And he eventually started taking phone calls on the live, and other people were calling in. And the stories, I mean, I was in tears. If y'all didn't watch that video, y'all make sure y'all check out Sean Bradley's video later. He uploaded it a few hours ago. And I was in tears. This one lady called, and her daughter is dealing with CPS right now, all because her ex her baby's father, basically hates her guts because he don't want to be with her. He was abusive. She left him, and now he keeps running to the cops and running to CPS, saying that she's abusing the kids and not feeding them, so they keep coming to her house, unexpectedly. He even lied and said that she put a gun on him or pulled a gun out on somebody, and she has a license to carry concealed weapon, never been in trouble with the law. She had to turn over her gun. She can no longer use a gun. He lied and said he was fearful for his life, so fearful for his life. All this just to hurt her, even though he has kids by her. And then he's trying to take, the kids, because she has, kid by him, then she has, kids by somebody else. And he trying to take the kid that belonged to him. But he really don't want the kid. He just really wants to hurt her. And the mother of the daughter, well, the young lady who's going through all this stuff with CPS and her ex, her mom is the one who called in to the live. And she was on the phone. She was like, Sean, I understand what you're going through. I appreciate you doing what you're doing with the foster kids. And, I feel so bad for you because I can't do anything to help my daughter. I can't do anything to help my daughter. Once people start calling on you and making those false allegations, even if they don't stick, even if they come to find out that you are the best parent in the whole world and your children are so taken care of and don't have to worry for nothing, they don't get beat, they don't even get spankings, they don't, they get 3, 4, 5 meals a day, snacks in between. That still is like a hit on you from the CPS department. So sometimes, even though it don't stick, they still might come back around, or they still might keep you in the system for a while. Who've done that before? There's stories that I know of from way back, nothing recent, way back, way back. Probably when I was a young mother, that far back. But I knew friends who had CPS called on them, and I knew they weren't abusive parents. Friends that I grew up with, friends that I was close to. I knew they weren't, abusive to their kids or starved their kids or anything like that. I think it's really messed up that somebody would go that low just to hurt you. Just to hurt you, because even though you might be trying to hurt that parent, you're not just hurting that parent. You hurting that child. And let's say CPS actually believes the allegations, or they keep calling and making allegations. I mean, if y'all see that side eye, that's like doing a Jussie Smollett. You calling the cops, making false allegations, you can get in trouble for that. You can get in trouble for that. You can go to jail for that. So if they don't stop it that way by the person being punished, and CPS keeps coming out to your home or whatnot, and let's say you eventually lose your kids, where are they going to go? Is the person making these false allegations going to raise them? Are they going to take care of them? No. What's going to most likely happen if they don't have any close family, grandparents, or a father in the picture? They gonna go into the system where they don't belong. You said there should be a law against people making false claims on people, and it is. I don't know what the stipulations are, any strikes, or if you get any warnings, or if it's just automatic. You can go to jail or go to court or whatever. Have a warrant out for your arrest. I don't know exactly how it go, but I do know that it's against the law to make false CPS allegations. I just don't know what the stipulations are or what the punishment is. But I do know that you can be punished for something like that. And so while people are out there trying to hurt other people, other innocent people, the children who are innocent are getting hurt. There's horrible ones. You can end up with a okay parent who kind of basics, make sure they get to school, make sure they eat, make sure, they got clothes on their back, the basics to get that check, and then you have the whole lead. You don't never know where the children are going to end up. I can't imagine a person having a heart who would make false allegations on somebody's parents who are good parents to punish the parent, because you have to be you have to think about the children. Like, what are going to happen to the children? They could end up somewhere abused. They could end up somewhere killed, neglected. They could never see their parent again. I mean, these are all things people who have done these things before or have thought about doing these things to someone. You need to think about that. Do you even have kids? Do you have your own kids? If you have your own kids and you really love kids, like I really love kids. I have kids over my house a lot during like the warm months and the summertime. In the summertime when my kids were younger, man, you would have thought I ran a daycare. You would have thought I ran a daycare, because every day, I swear, sometimes, and it's funny now, but sometimes I would go home, and after picking up my kids from school or, daycare or wherever they was at, games, practices, whatever, and we would come home, and it would be kids sitting on the curb, sitting on our porch, with their bikes in our yard, they basketballs in their hand, and they waiting on us to get home. Because they know this is the house where all the kids can come and play. If they wasn't playing football in the backyard, they was riding their bikes, or they was playing basketball on our basketball hoop. They loved my sons. My sons have friends that they've been friends with forever. So everybody like latches on to us, no matter what neighborhood we live in. And although I'm one of those strict type of parents, not overly strict, but strict enough to where I demand respect, and that's the bottom line. I ain't gotta beat you. I ain't gotta knock you over the head. But I'm just one of those parents who just, everything you get from me, you gonna earn it. Everything. Out of the normal stuff you give kids. You know what I mean? Out of the normal stuff. But, yeah, you work for everything you earn. You got chores, Y'all might switch up on the dishes one week, switch up on the trash, chores. Well-behaved boys. But I have strict rules. You gonna do your homework. You gonna clean your room. You gonna do your chores. Or you're not doing this. No phone, no TV, no game, no going to a game, no going to your friends. I wasn't one of those parents who, okay, you didn't do your chores, but yeah, sure, go ahead. Have fun. Nope. We have rules in our household. And although I might be a little more, or some kids' parents might be a little more lenient and don't make their kids do chores or don't make them do their homework, they still like, this the cool mom, this the cool house. Because, I said before on another live, even when you have children, and you the parent, even though you want to be strict and you want to make sure your children obey the rules and grow up to be a productive woman or man in society, you still have to be fun. You know what I mean? Not like be their best friend, because I don't believe in that. Now, when we older and y'all grown, that's a different story. But if you underage, I can be friendly with you, but I'm not about to be your best friend. I'm still your mama, your guardian, your authoritative figure. You know what I'm saying? But you still have to be fun. You have to add fun in your life. Play with your kids. Tease your kids. Joke around with your kids. Things like that. But you can't always be strict 100% of the time with your children. But, yeah, you said they can go where they find a lot of love and a safe... Right. Exactly. And they would come in the house and I'd be like, okay, you can't be ripping and running in my house, right? Yes, ma'am. We know. We promise. And they come in, or you're not gonna be running through the neighbor's yard, right? Around at my house, you can't be in the neighbor's yard, right? You stay in this yard, right? Yes, ma'am. We know, Miss Tanya. Yep. Okay. All right. Have fun. But it's as far as being a foster parent, they don't get all that love all the time. They don't get all that tenderness, that concern, that care. Because some people, they just can't do that with other people's children. Some people, they just don't have it's just not in them to be that way with other people's children. Like, if I see somebody else's child get hurt, oh my God, hold up. One time, let me tell you something. One time I drove home from, I can't remember where I was driving home from school, maybe from work. And I was on my way home, and my neighbor, who stayed 2 doors down, she has like 3 boys. And they were little boys then. They were like, I don't know, they were like 7, 8, 9, or 8, 9, 10. They were stair steps. I remember that. And they were in grade school. And so I was on my way home, and I stopped, and because I had seen some other kids jumping them, and I didn't know what was going on. These ain't my kids, but I know they stay on my block. I know they stay on my block, and they would play with my kids sometimes. So I stopped. I pulled the car over so fast. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't roll up on the curb, because I pulled over to the curb so fast. Jumped out of my car, and I just started flipping out. Like, what's going on? Y'all jumping them for real? All y'all kids jumping these little kids? Like, really? This is not about to go down. This is not about to go down. I'm like, okay, I didn't lay no hands on nobody's kids. But I was basically like, it took all of just a few seconds for them to turn around and walk away. And these weren't my kids. And I was like, when you get home, you better tell your mother exactly what happened and have her call the school. And they was like, okay. But I mean, some people, they don't have that in them to care for a child that isn't theirs. So for you to have that in you, to treat a child just like you would treat your own child, and take in kids that aren't yours, and provide for them and love them, and give them everything they need and more. I mean, that, you don't want to like put foster parents up on a pedestal like, oh, you deserve an award, you deserve, this, that, oh, congratulations, a pat on the back. But they deserve some recognition, because there are a lot of kids out there in foster homes, in foster care, living in group homes, and they have nowhere to go, no family to take care of them, no family that wants them. And for CPS to be called on Sean, that really, really hurt me. That I'm watching this, and then I'm listening to the other people call in and give their stories about how people might have done them dirty by calling CPS on them and making false allegations, or people that they know of that it was done to them. That is so not the business. That is so not cool. And excuse me. And I think that those people should be punished at the highest degree. At the highest degree, because again, you not punishing the person that you hate, the person that you don't like. You're not just punishing that parent that you can't get along with for some reason. But to make any kind of false allegations on somebody, whether it was child abuse or anything else that's wrong, and to make false allegations, call the police, call CPS, the people who do that should be punished severely. Like, I don't know who did it. I don't know who called. And again, I don't know this man personally, but just from what I can gather, from what I have experienced watching him and watching his videos and seeing him around his children, his foster children, and actually one of his foster children, he had passed a few years ago. And to see him come together every year with his family and his foster son's friends for his birthday to celebrate his life, and to see his tears, it's like, really? Somebody actually think this man abuses his children? I don't know. I need to. When you do stuff like that, you should show proof. You should show proof. If you have proof that somebody is abusing their children, if you have solid proof that somebody is abusing their children, you should go straight to the cops. Why call CPS? So they can come out and do a interview or do a look around the house. Because somebody who's really abusing their children, they could, have so much fear in the children gonna sit there and lie. Oh, we good. We cool. Ain't nothing happened. We good. We alright. We ate today. We went to school. We came home. We ate again. We alright. But if you have real proof that somebody is being abused, you should go to the police. Like, seriously, you should call the cops and you should make a police report. And show them the proof. Show them the proof. If you have videotapes, if you have the child with you, or a conversation of the child, child recorded, or pictures of whipping marks or beating marks, or if you have no proof, if you somebody who really, you're not calling CPS just out of anger, just to hurt somebody, just to get back at somebody. You're not doing it that way. But if you honestly think that somebody is being abusive to their child, whether it's a foster child, whether it's a real child, whether it's the neighbor child, whether it's, whoever child it is, if you have real proof, you should go to the law. Go to the law. Why call CPS? Because usually when you call CPS, they gonna get there when they can get there. If a child is honestly, you think, being abused and their life is in danger, you need to go to the cops immediately and say, somebody go get that child. If you really believe that. But for the ones who's just doing it just out of anger, just out of spite, just to get back at somebody because you don't like them or because they done something to you and you think, oh, okay, I know where to hit them. I'll hit them where it hurts with their kids. Not only could they probably go to jail for false allegations, but they can lose their kids and ain't no telling where them kids gonna go. And the person who called on them is not going to keep those kids and not going to take care of those kids. So, again, I think they should be punished to the highest degree of the law. I really do. You said some people are in it just for a check. And you're right, Ann. Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right. Some people are in it for the check. And you can really tell, like, who's in it for the check. You can tell. Because people, I'm a good reader. I'm a good reader of people. I can tell when people are really genuine. I can tell when people really care about you. When people are really sincere. And them is the only kind of people that I want to be around. I don't like being around nobody who's shady or they swing whichever way the wind blows. You know. Nope. I try to hang around people that I know are trustworthy. I can depend on them. I can rely on them. And people who I think got my back. Those are the kind of people that I would hang around with. If I thought anybody I hung around was a child abuser, first of all, we wouldn't even be hanging around with each other. And if I think you just getting a check for a kid just because you want the money, I'm gonna holler at you. Like, that's wrong. That's really wrong. If you need more money, get another job. Don't just be taking in no kids just because you want a check and you really don't care about the kids. I mean, kids are so much more valuable than a check. So I think that's wrong, but you're right. There's a lot of people in this world, that only takes in kids for checks. And some people take in kids too many. Shoot, they can barely fit them in their house. Barely got enough beds to put them in. And I'll take another one. I'll take another one just so they can get more and more money. But it's wrong either way. Either way, if you don't really care about kids, don't take in kids. Don't adopt kids. Don't foster kids. Just get you a dog or something. Get you a cat, a gerbil, pet snake. I don't know. But don't get nobody else's kids, okay? Leave them right there where they are, and hopefully somebody who really cares about children will, hey, I think I want to take that child home with me right there. Sure. But that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I just saw that video, and my heart was just like, are you serious? And then he didn't even have like his children online. He didn't even have his children there was one video where his son was on live with us for like an hour by himself. Sean was doing something else, cooking or doing something. It was around the holidays. And I think he was prepping for Thanksgiving or Christmas, something like that. And his son was on the live with us. And people were asking him questions. What's it like living with Sean? Just all kind of stuff. And the man, you can tell the child was being sincere. I mean, he was grown. He was grown. So this is a grown man. So it wasn't like it was a little child that was being manipulated. You better tell them something good on the live. It was a grown man telling about his experience living with his foster dad. And I saw that video and I was like, man, that's wonderful, because Sean isn't married. He's a man. And how many men do you know that fosters 3-4 kids, at a time, and takes care of them all and loves them all, and gives them everything that they need that they never had? I mean, it's not every day for a single man to do that. That's not an everyday thing. So, I give him his props for that. I really do. But I was just, and to hear those other callers call in and talk about their experiences, man, I was like, oh my God, if one more caller come in, I ain't gonna have no more tears left to cry. And maybe I was affected. Maybe some people didn't receive the same effect that I did. Somebody else who watched the video could have been like, but I don't know. I'm not a softie. I'm not a softie, but when it comes to kids and when it comes to things like that, it really breaks my heart to see a child who is really being abused. That breaks my heart. But it also, stings when somebody makes false allegations against somebody else, to say that they're abusing children. So, if it... Okay, please. Let's not do Jussie Smollett. Please. Let's not do a Jussie. You can go to jail for that. You can get in trouble for that. Even though you're trying to hurt that person, you're also hurting the children. Remember that. You are also hurting the children who are living in good homes where they feel safe, protected, secure, and loved. And that's all I have to say on the issue. That's all I have to say. You said sorry trying to cook. That's okay. That's okay. We gonna have to hook up pretty soon. I know we've been getting hit with all this snow, and we've been getting hit with so much snow. Like today, I wasn't ready. I was not ready. I was like, why did I go to work? Why did I go to work? When I got to work today, because, only work there part-time a couple days a week. I got to work today, and they said, what? You here? I said, what you mean? I'm supposed to be here. Am I not? Has there been a change of plans and y'all don't need me? They was like, no, we just thought, because of the weather forecast. I said, well, when I came in, I mean, it was a few. It was snowing, but it wasn't like after an hour of being at work. I looked out the windows and I was like, "Oh my God, why did I come to work?" I was like, "Oh my God!" And so then the time just kept passing and passing, and I was like, I'm not staying here. I'm not staying here. Ain't nobody coming up in here because, you know, I work at a nursing home. No visitors are coming. No families are coming. It's a blizzard outside. You can't see. I mean, snow is blowing everywhere. The snow is just coming and coming and coming and coming. And I was like, forget that. Picked up that phone. Called the administrator. See, what had happened was I should have stayed home. But I made it here, but I'm about to leave. She was like, you can leave right now if you want. I'm like, thank you for your confirmation. I was leaving anyway. I was leaving anyway. So, anywho, I made it home. It took me over an hour to get home. We got stuck. It was pitch black in certain areas. The power was out. I just pray nobody gets stranded out in this weather because it is so bad outside, y'all. It's so bad here outside in Omaha. I can't even describe how bad it is out here. But whew, it is very bad. Yes, it is very bad. But anywho, y'all, I'm about to get off this live because Miss Gina, Queen of Talk, y'all need to subscribe to her channel, by the way. Miss Gina, Queen of Talk, she's about to have a live tonight on her Extraordinary channel. Extraordinary. Extraordinary. Matter of fact, I'm going to put the link in here. Hold on, let me find her channel. We about to be talking about some grown folk stuff. Let me find a link to her channel. Because I'm going to put it in the chat. And y'all can click on the link and y'all can subscribe to her channel. There you go. I just put in her link. So she's going to go live in a little while. We're going to, you know, have some fun, talk grown folk stuff. Get your drink together. We're going to talk about relationships and all that kind of stuff. So I just put her link in. Click on that link. Click subscribe to her channel. And make sure you hit the bell. Make sure you hit the bell so you get the notifications. And also, again, my other channel is basically the same name as, the same name as this channel that I'm on right now, but it just doesn't have the word live in it. So I'm going to, again, put the link to my other channel on there because sometimes I upload videos on that channel that I don't upload on this channel. So this channel that I'm on right now is like my live channel where I do my lives. But sometimes on my other channel, I upload, you know, videos too. So I'm going to go ahead and put, let's see, my other YouTube channel is, okay, so I put the link in there to my other YouTube channel, so make sure y'all go over there too, and make sure y'all press subscribe and then click the bell so you can get the notifications. And y'all be safe out there. I know Omaha is not the only one getting hit tonight with snow, or getting hit this weekend with snow. So no matter where you are, if you are having bad weather, I will keep you guys in my prayers, because I'm telling you, when I got home today, I literally kissed the ground like, mwah. I was like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, sweet little baby Jesus wrapped in swaddling clothing while lying in a manger. Thank you for making sure we got home safe and sound. So, anywho, let's see what you say. Oh, well, I thought I saw another comment. My bad. But anywho, you guys, yes, Please check out Miss Gina's other channel, and please subscribe to my other channel. I put the links in the chat. And in the meantime, and in between time, Prime Time Squad, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.